Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And I hope that you are having a great day. So anyway, I am here to just share my positive vibes, my creative juices, my whatever with you, with a nice Hump Day Wednesday sketch. This is our sketch that we are doing today. This is from carolinacrafton.com. Thank you very much for sharing this with us. This is her creation that she made, and I just got a couple that I made. And so we're going to get started right away. So this is my first part of our stamping that we are going to do. I am, as usual, using a lot of the Silly Old Bears. And there's a lot of this from the suite. This, again, is a Silly Old Bears Designer Series paper. And we are using this great map where all the bears and Winnie the Pooh walks around. And this is on the inside of my card. And then I have a couple of different cards that I am doing today. And let me see if I can find. This is what I am using today. And I just cut it off so it just fit. And again, all the measurements and everything will be on my blog, so you can look it up and find out exactly what you need to do. But this is just so much fun because you have everything here already. This can be like a background. It can be something that you can even add a stamp in, just like I did right here. Okay, never hurts to keep looking up. I just think something like that is fun. And on the inside, I told you this was the maps, and sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. So that's what I did. Again, they just came from this little area. And I didn't want to do two the same. I thought I would create a couple of different sketches, but they're all using the exact same stuff. And this designer series paper is so awesome. I absolutely love it. And then for the designs on the side, this comes from, sorry about that, I got stuff all over the place. This is from Water and Dotted Lines masking tape, or masking decorative masks. So this is the dots, and this is the water. And what I did with this is that I just thought it looked like a lot of different bear prints. So I used this on as a bear print. And I'll show you how I did that. And then I also used the Sweet Old Friends dies. And I'm using this one down here, and that's about the beehive. And then I used a lot of this from the Sweet Words and Labels. So I am, sorry, I had to go get my little brush. I also am using the Crumb cake, and I'm using the Earthy matte dots. So that's what I got going on. All right, so here's a little bit of everything. I had already put some glue dots on the back. This is what this one looks like. So I'm just adding these right here. Just kind of foofing it up just a little bit so it just looks like he has lots and lots and lots of honey for him. This I already have ready, okay, on the inside for the insert. And we are just going to go ahead and start putting some things together. I'll bring out the silicone pad. And we are just going to put this on. And then I'm going to take all these off. And these are just the dimensionals. And this is going to hang over just a little bit. And so we won't be able to see his leg, but it's still going to be cute enough. There you go. So this is popped up a little bit. I just think this is just so sweet. And then instead of landscape, or instead of vertical, we're going landscape on this. Now, how I did these. So, I have my piece of paper. Let's go to the inside. That's going to even be better. And I took just a piece of the tape. I'll go this way. Now, in order to get this sticky stuff out, hi Debbie, thank you for joining me today. All I'm doing is getting it a little bit unsticky by just rubbing it up against my clothes. So I'm just going to stick that up here, and again, I'm doing the exact same thing. So then I'm able to just pick it up and move it without tearing all the paper around. And I didn't have any removable tape. So if you have removable tape, you can go ahead and use that and then change. But that wasn't in my pictures. All right, so I'm going to just find something that is little. And all I'm going to do is hold it with my hands down. This is crumb cake on crumb cake. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just hold it down as I go around in circles. And again, this was just really fun. I just received this, and I thought, God, what am I going to do with this mask? I thought it was going to be a little bit different, but then all of a sudden I thought, oh my God, this is like animal spots. And then I started looking at the animal spots, and they are not always the same size. They don't always look the same. They're not always in a straight row or a column. So I thought, wow, this is awesome. I think I really like this. So those are our animal stripes, just by using this decorative mask. And again, my blending brush. All right, so this should be able to come off easy. I don't have anything to dry. I can move it out of the way. Bring in my silicone pads again. And all I'm going to do is just adhere them. And this, again, this is crumb cake, and we're adhering it to the pecan pie. So that's what we're doing with this. All right, and so now I'm just bringing this in because these are going to go, again, it's landscape, but I want to make sure that I have, excuse me. Whoa. I'm trying to get it even top and bottom. Whoa. So that looks pretty even to me. And then I'm just going to adhere it down. I thought I was feeling fine until I got on that today. And I'm trying to keep it the same distance from sides and from top and bottom. And then again, if this is not adhering very well, just bring your silicone pad underneath. And I'm just going to visually try to line them up. I'm going to turn the cardstock landscape, get everything out of the way. So I can now bring in my focal point, and I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back. And this is just gonna fit nice and easy. We're gonna look like we have such a great little card going on. And it's just all about those silly old bears. I love this. The cardstock that is the base is Mossy Meadow. And this, we're just gonna put this right in the middle. There we go. And there is our card. And it's just a, it's just a cute little card. It can either be a birthday card, it can be a, it can be hoping, it can be somebody's, everybody loves Winnie the Pooh. So this just gives you a chance just to really support them, and just know that we got lots of honey here. So now we're just going to finish it off with our dot, and we are using 2, and these are what are they? Early Espresso. And then I'm just going to put one, which is the pie. Maybe I'm just going to put this one right up in the corner. There you go. So that's our first card. And it went together pretty easy. So my second card, I went a little bit wild on. And I just kind of let my mind flow just a little bit. And I am using again, this is all about the Lily of the Valley. And I used this paper, and I just used scraps. So the first part, I decided to go with the, we have the card base is basic white, then we have Coastal Cabana, and it also has a embossing folder. Then this Blackberry Bliss is just the base to this paper right here. But I'm just using a small little part that you will find there's going to be just a little bit of the lilies from in here. And remember, this one has a whole bunch of lilies, and then we have different checkerboards, we have stars, we have different colors that support each other. This is just fun. And I absolutely love the dies in the bundle. So I did not do any stamping, but I did do the dies. I lie, I did one. And that was in the inside one I just put down. So grateful for you. Otherwise, I just went with the dies. So I took an extra piece of the basic white, and I added a little bit of the shimmer brush, and this is the Golden Glow. And then the sparkle that you can see at the bottom is just Wink of Stella. And I think I may have done just a little bit too much up here at the top, so I'm going to change that. And I also brought this out so you could see how to use it. So this is Granny Apple Green. and that's just what's at the bottom. You can tell the difference between it sparkling and not sparkling. And I really like the sparkle part. This is the Paradise Garden Hybrant Embossing folder, is what's in the back. I just thought I'd need something because I decided to go pretty bland, but I just thought, oh, this is such a great color. It's fun, it's beautiful, it's right up my alley. So these are I added just a little bit of color with having some of the lilies be here. And you know, I thought, if you think about this, where is my green? I'm going to bring this out and you guys can help me with this if you want. I have this and this, but then I put this on top, and then I have this flower here, and I just felt like it took up a lot of space. So what I did on this one is that I just thought, let's go ahead and just have this white flower sticking out, enjoying it. Hey Deb, you're watching right now. What do you think? Do you think I should put the purple behind it? Or do you think I should leave it plain? Let me know in the comments. Okay, anybody else who's quiet right now, go ahead and let me know what you think. Because I'm going to start putting this together, and I certainly need your support on this. And then these are the shades of green hexagon. So I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to, Debbie, if you have any good ideas, let me know. All right, because I sure could appreciate your little bit of input on this. I went to bed last night thinking, do I need to have more color on that or not? So I'm just kind of like trying to figure this one out. I went back and forth, kind of having a little fight with myself about whether I should go purple in the back or leave it. So let me know what your thoughts are. All right, so we have that. And then we are bringing in these two. Now, because I have this embossed, I use the glue. Because I find that because this is raised and you have low, a lot of times when you adhere with just the tape, it doesn't get down to the bottom and stick as well as it should. So I am, before I do that, just taking a look at this. Where's my other one? Well, that is interesting. Oh, here you are. Yeah, that's going to be close. So it's amazing when you're on recording and all of a sudden you just lose everything. It's like you know you just had it out here in front and now it's gone. And I'm going to have to press that down just a little bit. And again, I'm just putting glue to the back. Looks like this. And these are going to be a little bit tight. Oh, thank you from Southwest Washington. I will add the extra. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Debbie. I needed some help today. Yep, I will add the extra. Nice. So fabulous. I really appreciate you helping me out. All right. So guys, we are going to add this under. And I'm just going to stick this up a little bit. And I'm able to just see. Okay. This is where I want this. Now, when I am adhering this, I'm leaving a space in the middle so it won't get caught up in here. So it's just mostly going to be, I've had adhesive on the top and then on the bottom so it just stays in one area. Ah, I'm so excited about this. So we are going to keep moving. I may have to just do a little bit of, I think we're going to be fine. Now, I am going to add glue to the stem. And with the stem, it's going to lay down flat. Then I have these small little dimensionals, and they're going to raise it. So it's going to be down on the bottom, and then we're going to have it be a little bit puffed up at the top. And you may take just a minute to get these off. Now, again, whenever you're dealing with liquid glue, you don't have to set it down right away. It's okay. It's almost like it needs a little bit of a chance to get clear. The clearer that it is, the more that it sticks. And sometimes it's just as easy to see the white and know that you're okay. But then again, there are also times when you're taking off all these little dimensionals that it's important to just let it dry on its own for a little bit. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put this here. This is going to stick down. These are going to pop up. And we'll see that just a little bit more in a minute. We're going to do the exact same thing with this, but we're going to use some bigger dimensionals. So we're going to add just a little more on the leaves. And then we're going to glue the bottom down. So it almost gives it that like 3D look. And so from here, I'm just going to go ahead and just bring it down. There we go. Ah, of course, I forgot to take these off. We'll just wait a minute. Oops. Thanks again. Debbie, I really appreciate you taking your afternoon and watching me. It really means a lot to me. And I hope that the weather is going well in Michigan. I have not ever been to Michigan, but it would be a state that I would want to go visit. Let me see if I can lift this up just a little bit to stick it underneath here. There we go. So now you can see that there's a little lift in the bottom, but yet it's pretty well adhered at the bottom. Okay, so now we are going to get out a little bit of everything. I haven't, when I first got these shimmer brushes, I didn't know, it took such a long time to get the ink to go towards the bottom. And when you open these the first time, let's try it all. This is really hard. So the top of the brush is really, really hard. In order to get the ink, you have to take off the little white base. Oh, I'm so sorry that it's raining in Michigan. That's a bummer. But also, sorry, I'm bird walking right now. There's this little thing that says push. And as we push, I'm going to bring in this. So we have it. So as you push, you're going to be able to see right in this area, it's going to start getting greener. And I just press and you can also start to see it coming down into the brush. And sometimes it totally drips like that. So I thought that was coming. And so you got just a little bit of the drip coming. Now I wanted to do something where I just added a little bit of sparkle to the stem, because I thought maybe that might look like it's just a little bit, it has just a little bit of color to it. So this is all experimenting right now. Adding that. And all I'm doing is dipping my brush in there. The reason that I'm doing that is to get the brush to be a little bit more flexible. And I don't have a lot of ink in the bottom unless I get ink from my dots right now. And this is the dot of ink. And I'm just going to turn this a little bit so I don't run it all the way down. So here we go. So I'm adding just a little bit to the stem so it has a little bit of color. And now I am going to take this and I will try pressing the top up against this little blob once we are done to create a little more ink in our tip. So now I'm going to bring in the gold and I'm just going to do a little bit at the top. And you can see this one moves a little bit more than the other one did. And still you may have to press on it just to get a little more of the ink. Towards the top. So that's what I did a little bit different. So now we have some white and we have our granny. So we are just going to bring all that together. So we have a little bit of shininess. I am such a sparkly, glittery person. I like to have just a little bit of sparkle in my life. And I'm going to go ahead and push some of this just down to the, oh wow, there we go. And that just, we have a lot of Stella. So when you press on these, you press on the side. we go, and that adds some out. You can see that it has just I've done just a good job giving a nice little blob to some areas. Oh, Debbie, I'm sad that it's raining there. Seattle, this is really good for Seattle because of the World Cup. We have another game going on today. So our town has been inundated with World Cup teams and spectators. It's been great. Really have enjoyed that. There you go. So we got a little bit of sparkle all over the place. Now we're going to put in some of these greens. And the greens that I am using right now are the Granny. And they are down in here. So we're going to grab some of those. I think I'm going to go with small. Whoops. Okay. And I have one more. Put that there. Oh, that's really hard to see. Okay. Well, let's use this big old one and let's see if we can put it down below. I'll put it right here. So you can just see the shine over here. Okay. Well, that is the best. I'm so glad, Debbie, that you told me to add the underneath. I just think that holds the color just a little bit better. Thank you for suggesting that. That is awesome. So these are the cards that I created today. I hope that you have enjoyed that. Thank you very much for coming today and spending time with me. I look forward to doing more cards for you. Again, this is the love of my life, is just enjoying the cards that I create for you. So please, please, please give me likes, thumbs up. Tell me that what you'd like. I really appreciate opinions today. Love this. If you're on YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And I just thank you for being with me today. So, Debbie, I hope you have a great day. Anybody else who's watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And again, my name is Kevon. I'm from ktstamps.com. And again, my whole motto in life is creating cards for you. So I'll be back next Wednesday, and I will have a brand new sketch that we can work with. I really appreciate carolinacrafting.com. Thank you for your beautiful sketch today. So take care, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.